Okay, my friends, Father Daniel here. Welcome back to the 2 Minutes to God podcast. Still haven't changed the name, so I think we're I think we're stuck there, which is a good thing. Faced with a bit of an avalanche of snow outside my window today. If you hear the snow blowers going, that's what that sound is. But my friends, without further ado, we've got 2 minutes to God. I'm going to try to take this timing thing seriously. Got my phone here. I got 2 minutes lined up. I don't want to get too gimmicky here, but either you or I will be saved by the bell, I think. All right, let's see what we have today. Let's open up the emails. Number one. I'm going to start that when I'm going to start the timer when I'm answering the question. Okay. Number one. Do you believe in angels? My grandmother used to pray to her guardian angel every day. But if they exist, why don't they protect kids from child abuse or stop car accidents and other tragedies? I'm willing to consider the possibility that they're real, but it seems foolish to me to rely for protection on a figment of one's imagination. Okay, let me start this up. Okay, this is a tough question. And I feel it. I don't want to get distracted. I want to focus in on the question. Do you believe in angels? Yes, I do believe in angels. Why do I believe in angels? For a number of reasons. One is that Jesus talks about angels. Okay, Jesus, God in the flesh, taught us that angels do exist. And he taught us some things about angels, especially the proximity of the angels of the little ones to God. They gaze on God with, say, faces unveiled. I mean, anyway, I don't want to get distracted by that. I do believe in it. The other way to say to talk about belief in angels is to look at the world around us and think about the great diversity, the biodiversity that we see in all of creation, and then we see there's kind of like we as these in-flesh spiritual beings, and then God who is pure spirit, and we look at this great distance, and I think we want to posit that there is not this massive gap in creation, as it were, that God has filled this with remarkable beings as well, and these are the angelic beings. But I do want to say a word about kind of the dark edges of this question. Protection from child abuse, stop car accidents, and the rest. God is with us in our suffering. He does not exclude himself or absent himself. Rather, he jumps in with both feet in the person of Jesus of Nazareth. So he wants to bring his love to bear in the toughest of all human situations. And I think that's why we can count on the angels, especially at those most troubling times. And we see that an angel ministered to Jesus before his passion, or like in the midst of his passion when he was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. We have no reason to believe that God won't give us the support we need. Oh, there it is. He won't give us the support we need when we most need it. Okay, I don't know. The 2-minute timer is a little bit obnoxious, but there you have it. I could go on all day is the problem that's preventing. Okay, let's try another. Okay, Father, this is going to sound awful, but I'm tired of being Catholic. I'm in my mid-20s, and most of my friends are sexually active, and happily so. Their lives are just as fulfilled as mine, probably more so, actually, because I'm lonely. I've been hanging on to my virginity because it's what I was raised to do, but there's a big part of me that thinks it's a pointless sacrifice, and I'd be better off if I loosened up and followed my friends on this one. Is the chaste life I've lived so far even worth it? Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, my friends, it's a tough one. They're all tough. Okay, yeah, it's a tough one. Let me offer something of a first thought and a reframe. Okay, my friend, look, nothing is lost here. Nothing is lost. And I know we can look on our friends, we can look across the street at our neighbors in the pew, our neighbors, physically in our house, next to us, next door, and see what looks like what we want, and we don't have what we want. So we look at people who are sexually active, and we think then that they have interpersonal fulfillment. They have I don't know, intimacy, deep intimacy with others or with another, and we want that for ourselves. The first thing to say is that they don't necessarily have it for themselves, and I think that here, sex is quite often a cover over, like a papering over the cracks of a real lack of intimacy between couples, and I think that's true in immature relationships, and it sounds like that's what you're seeing now. But let me get to what's better. I only have 45 seconds. The idea is that chastity is not primarily about the no to sex. Chastity is about a yes to a life of love. My friends, this is infinitely better than what's on offer to us in simple sexual or physical intimacy. The life of love, the life of self-gift that God is calling us to is much more exciting than the life of pairing up physically with some other person. Then we put the great gift of human sexuality, the great gift of full bodily intimacy into a marriage, and we have the opportunity to have that be and sustain and strengthen the life of love that God is calling us to live. There's the timer. I don't like the timer. And maybe you'll give me some feedback on that. But I hope you subscribe and follow us, my friends. Hope you like this episode. This is 2 Minutes to God, the 2 Minutes to God podcast. I'm Father Daniel, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.